Welcome everyone and welcome back to the Decoders channel for another AssetDash episode. Matt, how you doing, man?
Happy to be here. Always happy to be here.
And always happy to have you as a guest, man. That's pretty cool. What's up? Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's Saturday. Like, shit is quiet.
Yeah. Well, it's also a long weekend.
True. So yeah, like we'll see in the chat, like if you are here, like manifest yourself, because if you have any question for Matt, that's it's the time to ask everything about Vanta staking, because that shit is fun. Like, good job on the release, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting it. And yeah,
Always.
If you're not here for the live recording, don't worry, we'll tweet about it and email everybody the link. So
exactly. No, it's gonna be cool. Yeah, and same thing. We can also attach it directly into the app and stuff. What's up, Brandon? MQ, GM. Okay, so staking, Ventas, how does that works, bro? Tell me everything.
For sure. You're a pro. You went all the way with it.
Yeah. It's just like you asked me, okay, send me your Vanta, you get extra coins, 1,000 coins a day. Okay, take everything, man.
Yeah, Vince pushed it to the limit. But yeah, we released the staking. We wanted to experiment with something unique, and honestly, it's been pretty cool to see the reaction from people on Twitter with the burn and stake mechanism. We've gotten a lot of praise from a lot of different people about it being innovative. Honestly, we didn't even take into account that component of it until we actually set it live and started seeing the reaction from people. But yeah, we wanted to release staking. I think staking works for a lot of different NFT projects. We wanted to include an element that would allow people to stake it eternally if they choose to do so. It's entirely up to you. Every staking duration comes with a different amount of coin rewards and other benefits. And yeah, put it out yesterday. I think one thing that's super cool about it is, one, it's a new primitive, right? So I think this type of eternal stake really only works with an NFT like Vanta, where one, not a PFP, which I actually think is helpful in this case because there's not that emotional attachment to the art. And two, it's directly tied back to our product, right? And I think when you have the combination of both of those factors, that's what makes this possible. And yeah, there's a brand new narrative, I feel, to track around Vanta, which is how low is the supply going to go. So that's one element. There's already been about 14% of the supply burned so far. And yeah, smooth release and excited to build on it from here.
Yeah, how many people send it to the burn wallet compared to people staking for 1 month, 2 months, etc.?
Yeah, great question. So majority of NFTs thus far have been added to the highest selected duration has been eternally staked.
Yeah.
I'll pull up the exact number after this. I don't have the dashboard in front of me, but I know the highest selected number has been eternally staked. What's actually really interesting, and I shared this today in Vanta announcements, remember we had done the Turbo Fortune Cookie for that month. We scaled that back just to the normal Fortune Cookie because we were only going to do Turbo for 1 month. We ended up doing it for 6 weeks. And there actually hasn't been a change in the amount of coins produced per day, which is actually really exciting. So what we're seeing is the inflationary component is still pretty much the same. Actually is almost balanced out now because I shared some other screenshots too from the amount of coins being spent specifically in games and super drops. So on some days it's deflationary, on some days it's a little inflationary, on some days it nets out even. But that was a really interesting component to see, and obviously that's something we'll continue to monitor and track.
And that was the biggest feedback, I think, from the community in the chat in the Vanta Lounge, right? People were afraid of whales having a crazy inflation of coins, but then you share the KPIs and stuff and say, okay, no, it's exactly the same thing. So we good.
Yeah, no, for sure. And we're definitely going to work on producing more of those dashboards openly so people can also see that being tracked. I think my comment on the whale and inflation component is, one, as I shared in those screenshots today, there's been really no change.
Yeah.
And then two, obviously having more assets in any aspect of life is going to be more beneficial, whether it's AssetDash, real money, the real world. But I think one thing that we're pretty excited about is if you actually look at the broad spectrum of rewards that's been claimed, it's the vast majority of users participating in that, and that's only going to accelerate as we release some of these upcoming features.
Yeah, that's dope. And like for anyone who haven't read the blog post, so first you have the tweet at the pinned at the top of the chat, and you also have like the blog post that you wrote, Matt, in the chat. So yeah, like if you want to have like a global view and understanding of everything, and why you read it, just read it. And we know Web3 legends don't read documentation, but yeah, maybe you should read this one.
Yeah, I definitely recommend reading it. It's really short.
Yeah, exactly.
I also did an AMA on it today, but yeah, it's helpful.
Because eternal staking also, they get an extra drop. Which one is it? Like
yeah, it's two. So one is going to be the burn drop. So it's going to be proportional to your eternal stake. Bonk set us up with Burn, who gave us those tokens. So that's your own research. It's coming to you. So you figure out what you get it. And then the other component is there will, in the upcoming months, well, starting December, actually, there's going to be a few other components. One, there'll be auctions that will be exclusive to people who have eternal stakes, right? So you'll only be able to enter the auction if you have an eternal stake. There'll be super drops that have that component as well. There'll also be same thing, super drops and auctions that are applies to all stakes or all Vantas. So we're just going to start tearing it out a bit. And then the other component is elements. I don't know if you want to dive into elements right now, but super happy to chat about it with you and
100%.
share more details.
Yeah, 100%. Like, yeah, that's my question for the PFP. But because, like, basically, it's the PFP collection is coming back like early next year, right?
Yeah. So we're still going to do a Vanta collection PFP. That'll be released like later in 2024. The first PFP that you'll get from AssetDash through Vanta is through Elements, which the tie back to Vanta is Elements is a game that we're releasing in Q1 of 2024. What's interesting about Elements is the NFT features a dual metadata design. So one image in the NFT is a PFP, and the other image in the NFT is a playing card. So you can toggle between the images. So when you're playing the game, you'll see the trading card version, but on your social media profile, you can rock the PFP version. Every card and image is entirely unique, so it has like all of those components of a PFP. But what's great is it ties back into this game. So we're releasing this NFT-based strategy game that we'll share more details on in the coming weeks. Essentially, the way it works is it's called Elements. There's different tiers of elements or classes of elements, and the more rare the class, the more powerful the element is in the game. So when you use that element in game, the more rare it is, the more likely it is to win a battle. So it is a peer-to-peer player game. Pretty unique dynamic as to how we're setting it up. One thing we're really excited about that we got clarity on last week is Elements will actually be able to include real money play. So there'll be opportunities to actually like put up a stake versus somebody else and play for real money. And then I think another thing with Elements that we're really excited about is the NFTs get stronger as you play. And I think that's a really important component. And that will be reflected on marketplaces as well. So I think a cool way to think about that is like Pokemon Trainer or like RuneScape, where you can level up your character and then that character gets more valuable. But what's actually getting more valuable is the NFT, right? Because the more valuable the NFT becomes, as you'll see in the gameplay, the more wins that NFT will produce. And then I think the last component, the game's very idle. So there is strategy, but it is very idle. And the entire UI UX is actually being built by a team that also did the UI UX for a very popular game in the crypto space as well. So in good hands, super excited about it. Definitely a new element to, no pun intended, to what we're doing, but we've seen a ton of success with the Game Center, and we're bullish on gaming. People love it. We like it. So.
Okay. So like I didn't understand that, but like the elementals are not the PFP of what you like the PFP collection that you want to push, right? It's one more collection on top of the PFP that coming up next year later on. Okay,
correct. But what's great is Elements is going to be like the AssetDash brand PFP. One of them forever.
Okay.
But the tie back to Vanta staking is every stake Vanta will get one element PFP for free, and then the longer the duration of stake, the more rare of an element you'll receive. And then, as I said prior, the more rare elements come with direct benefits in the game.
Can I change the Flappy Bird like elementals in it so I can have a faster bird?
That's a great idea. Put your Maroon fly across the screen.
And honestly, like the Flappy Bird, like after the first update, like the first try I did with the game was like I was not able to like pass the first pipes, and then the hitbox were 10 times better, and it was like like no, I can go like 20. I think my best score is like 23 or 25 or something, but it's so cool, man. Like I like honestly, I'm opening my 14 cookies, and then I go to the game section, and then I play 5 games, and then I'm done for the day, man.
Love it. And also too, I want to chat more on auctions too. That's coming out in December. Just share some insight, and definitely want to email this to all of our members, and we'll do a learn about it, because I actually didn't touch on this in the AMA. So auctions are coming back in December.
Yes,
it's going to be entirely in app. I'm really stoked about the return of auctions for a lot of reasons. I think one that's interesting is people don't realize like how many assets we're getting for the super drops, because super drops involve randomness. I saw you actually won donk this week, so congrats. I saw you tweet about that. But what's awesome is our pace of super drops is really fast. Like Aurori super drop, Migo super drop, Soul Casino super drop, Bully super drop, Oval super drop. We're doing like 4 of them a week. And right now, they're primarily going to super drops because we don't have the auctions in the app. When the auctions come into the app, we're just going to divide those supplies between auctions and super drops. So you have an element of buying passes and getting a chance to win one in the super drop. But then you have the auctions where if you really want it, you can go after it. The auction UI is going to be very similar to the super giveaway, super drop UI. So you'll be able to see like a leaderboard of where the bids are. You'll be able to see a countdown timer, and then you'll be able to increase your bids in the module. So all
in the app.
All in the app. Yeah.
Okay, that's dope.
We're shooting. Go ahead.
Honestly, that like the UI for the super drop, like to buy the passes, it's pretty like like the gamification is pretty lit. The only thing that I need a button like to decrease my passes because I click too fast, and then it's going, so I have to clear it and then do it again. But what kind of like the way like the between auctions, super drops, deals, and stuff like. What kind of like type of like buying the asset is working the best for you? And do you want even to simplify it, like reduce the type of deals that you offer, but like put more auctions and more super drop deals because it's the most entertaining? Like, do you have any KPIs on that?
Yeah, so the super drops are going great. It's one of like the most used features in the app now.
Nice.
What we want to start doing. Yeah, what we want to start doing is when the auctions come out, basically splitting the supply between super drops and auctions. I love auctions because people just they decide with their coins what they want to do. And that'll be like the typical auction that you're familiar with. And then the other component will be the Dutch auctions, which we'll still do. But what's great is the new Dutch auction that's coming out is all automated. So you see a countdown timer as to when the price is going to drop. So we're really stoked on both of those elements. And then I think another thing too is as the market starts to definitely turn, especially on the NFT side, what we've seen with our partnerships is we're very well positioned to be able to accumulate more rewards for our holders that way, and more opportunities. And the other thing that's honestly working really great that you kicked off, Vince, you were the pioneer for this, is the mint with coins. Since we've done the decoders mint with coins, it's been over 1,000 NFTs that have been with coins. I think you recently bought a Bankman one, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, for 120 or something like that.
Yeah. So I love the mint with coins concept. We're doing a lot more of those. We're actually now like structuring it in a lot of our NFT partnership agreements that we get supply for mint with coins. So yeah, I'm really excited the way things are going.
But I think like in your execution of like the coins, like the fact that you're not a SPL token is like actually an advantage, like 100%, because people see it as a free stuff and like to buy like a NFT, an auction, whatever, it's easier to click on it because you can, okay, just coins, it's like it's free, and I can like trade it for Sol, or should I wait for it for Sol and stuff like that? No, you just buy it and then it simplifies the whole process. So yeah, that's banger. That's a banger.
And it ties it back into the product, which is great.
Yes.
And I completely agree with you.
Yeah, it's good. That's why I burn everything, man. Because that's gonna be a huge hedge. But because and when did that start? When am I going to get like 50K?
So your first daily drip should have come in this morning. If you haven't checked.
I check it. I don't think I have it because no, I would have noticed it.
We need to see.
Oh, did I? Oh shit. Okay. Oh yeah. I have it. Let's go. That's what's up.
There you go.
Oh yeah, and in the last few days, like the shit, that's cool. Let's go. Yeah, in the last few days, like between the stacking update and like the fact that you increase the rate and stuff, like the rate and the combination stuff, like all of the tickets were calculated anyway, because sometime in the UI, like during those 2-3 days, I didn't see it like the multipliers in the UI, but I haven't checked if it was applied in the ticket or not.
On the dash drop ticket?
Yeah, during like the before the launch of stacking and 1 or 2 days before. I'm not sure if I saw like the multipliers applied for 1 or 2 days.
So yes, there was there. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. So when we had to make a metadata change to prepare for stacking. So there was like 1 day of downtime, but now all of that is squared away. And just a reminder too, if you stake, still applies to your Vanta hands and your reward multiplier. That doesn't change. But the daily drip doesn't have a reward multiplier because it's already on a per Vanta basis. So you're getting
shit.
Yeah, so you're getting then we would have coin inflation if we had the multiplier. But since you're already getting the daily drip on a per Vanta basis, there's no need for a multiplier there.
That makes sense. Mine came this morning. Yeah, okay, so mine too. I just didn't notice. That's my bad.
Yeah.
And and do you control like the burn wallet, like the address, like burn, like to staking? Is that like a burn wallet that you have the private key?
Yeah, so we have access to it. The way it works is when an NFT hits the burn wallet, it's unverified and removed from the collection. So the asset is still on chain, just doesn't exist in the collection anymore.
Okay. That's cool. Oh yeah, okay, because that's how you calculate it. Like you kill the collection ID out of it. Okay, makes sense. That's cool. Yeah. Dope. And like any community feedback, like from the whole staking updates, well, like the sentiment is quite positive, right?
Yeah. The sentiment has been great, and I'm just excited to see like how this plays out long term. Like our big goal going into the new year is we want to ensure that Vanta tier and your coins are a supreme competitive advantage in this bull market. I think they're going to be, and I'm just every morning moving forward now, I'm just going to refresh to see what the new supply is. I think everything we've done with Vanta is like very different to the other NFTs that are in the space.
100%.
So I think it's going to take time for like the market to digest what's taking place here.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, like, are we going to go below 5,000 in 6 months? I don't know, but I'm excited to experiment and try new things. I think that's what this space is about.
Yeah.
I think the fact that we have a product that people love to use, it's a huge benefit.
Do you have like an internal KPI? Let's say, okay, this burn mechanism is a success. Like, do you have a threshold?
So for us, we really wanted just to put it out there and see what people wanted to do. Like, to be honest, if you want to burn, if you don't want to stake, if you do want to stake, we have no preference, to be honest.
Yeah, okay.
What we want to do is give people options. And this idea really came from the community saying, I'm never going to sell my Vantas. Well, if you're never going to sell them, if you're truly never going to sell them, then we wanted to give you an option to stake.
Yeah.
And now, you can eternally stake if you want. So everything we do, from the deals to the super drops to the auction, everything we do is just, we give you options. You do your own research and you decide if that's how you want to spend your coins. And, it's all up to you, right? Yeah. All we want to do is just give you as many options as possible.
That was exactly my mindset. I said, like, fuck it, I never sold JPEGs anyway, so yeah, let's burn them.
Yeah. You're a holder. I do with the other NFTs too, right? Like you tend to hold. Is that your strategy?
Yeah, exactly. Because like again, like I see that as a startup investment. Like you know, like you have like one connection that going to do like 1,000 of your portfolio, 1,000x, and all of the rest can do zero or like average and stuff like that. So I'm just bet on like the startup team that I understand what they're doing, and I understand AssetDash since day one, bro.
I appreciate that, and also you held your DGODs for what, like 2 years, right?
Oh yes, I still hold them.
Super impressive. Look, I've been in crypto for 8 years, and I feel like the hardest thing is holding. And you know, kudos to you. Like you're able to ride the waves. That's how you have to be in the space.
Yeah, should have sold them at 900 sold.
Yeah, it's always hindsight.
Yeah, exactly.
Funny, right? So
exactly. Yeah, and I had this discussion, you know, with like someone else doing like the last cast, like whatever, like with a team from banks. Like no matter what, like your performance, you always think about like, yeah, bro, I should have done that. I would like 10x my portfolio, but you're already like up like 10,000x, but you should have done better, man.
Yeah, it's always like that, but you know, we're in a very new and innovative industry, and there's always a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
So
100%, exactly. And AssetDash is one of them. What did you do with your Vantas? Did you burn everything?
I did.
Let's go.
I'm also, but the thing is with me is I don't participate in any of the auctions. Like the only time I buy stuff is to test, so I can make sure the drop's working. So this is for all the community. It's not for me. So I work for you guys.
Yeah, you will have a shit ton of coins. That's what's up.
Yeah, no, I honestly, I get fun out of seeing everybody else have fun.
And okay, so you also like share an announcement about like the roadmap for the end of the year, right? Like, with like a transactional roadmap, right? So where you will have the opportunities like to trade directly into the AssetDash, trade NFTs and token and stuff. Like, so is that like a Jupiter integration, or are you?
Yeah. So that'll be one of them. We also have another one with a pretty large marketplace that I'm not going to disclose now, but we basically anything that you want to do transactional, we want to let you do it through AssetDash. It's not going to be. Oh wait, hold on. Let me answer this support question in the chat. Anything that you want to do transactional, we want to let you do it through AssetDash, and you can see how we can levy a lot of those benefits back to the community, especially when you start getting transactional things involved, and you account for fees and things like that. So those 4 that I shared in the community poll are the first 4 that we'll be starting with. What's great about that is a lot of it is through partnerships. Honestly, all of it is. So it's not extremely time consuming on our part or a lot of a development lift. It's more about, and that's the way to do it, right? We don't want to compete with these players. What we want to do is bring their amazing product into AssetDash and let you do it directly through AssetDash, AssetDash front end.
Oh, exactly. Like like AssetDash is like a pure marketing distribution channel for all of the project, crush and whatever. And and then you have like your cut and fees and whatever, but that's you're gonna be friend with like the whole ecosystem. That's the goal. You don't need to build shit, you just need to integrate everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's you said it perfectly.
Yeah, just make sure like the app doesn't become like a gigantic like a lot of things, but then it's not simple anymore. It's gonna be tricky. That's gonna be the big challenge for you.
100%. And I don't want to leak like too much alpha, but all of the things that I put in the community poll, envision that through like its own portal. Like we're basically going to integrate all of that together. So there'll be one place where you go in AssetDash to do all of your transactional stuff, and going to have the rewards, going to have benefits for coins. We're going to bake all of that into the experience. But I agree with you. It is something that we need to be very clever
tricky
about.
I was thinking about it, like maybe for example, like when you open the app, like you have your portfolio, you already have to click one more time to see like all of your portfolio split and stuff. because at the bottom of like the first page, you have like other doors to other links, and it's already like grounded. So I don't know if there is like a way like to just have like the first tab is your portfolio, the second tab is the deal, and between tabs there is no other input to the other tabs, you know what I mean? But just the tab at the bottom, because then you're losing space, you know what I mean?
No, I totally feel that. And that's one thing that we're thinking about for this transactional page is like clearly integrating everything in parts.
Good luck with that, man. Like, that's. I hope you have a good UX UI guy.
Yeah.
And what about the desktop app? Like, is that also, do you want to focus on mobile first, or is there also a good user experience to have on desktop?
Yeah, so like 90% of the features on mobile are on desktop now.
Yeah, okay.
And desktop has some features that are like exclusive to it. For example, staking. We're working to make sure everything's in unison. Oh, thank you, Static. Appreciate it. Thank you, Albert, saying the chat.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, Static. I mean, like, yeah, I'm pretty sure like the whole decoders community is AssetDash members, that's for sure. And vice versa. That's cool.
Thank
you are also like one of like the biggest role of the collection that we have on the Discord. It's probably like 500 Vantas holder or something. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, we got to do. Well, we did the Decoders Dutch auction, but we need to do a decoder super drop. We'll get that squared away for this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll get that squared away for this. We need to do that. Actually, I'm surprised we haven't done that already. We gotta tell Cody.
Okay. Silly question. Where does the money for all of the given NFT come from? It's partnership, right?
Yes. So the vast majority of our rewards are partnership in exchange for marketing efforts in the app.
And that's crazy, because again, like your holders get benefit. It costs you literally like zero or close to zero, and then you have like it's so cool. And project have like another verticals to distribute their collection and stuff. I love that, man. It's
and it's a new type of marketing, because things like paid ads and stuff like that, and Twitter ads and stuff, like they don't work as well. So for AssetDash and for Web3 projects, if you want to get directly in front of Web3 members, AssetDash is an amazing channel to do that too.
100%. No, it's cool. It's massive. Do you guys have any other question for Matt? I think we went to talk about all of the points of staking and stuff, and transactional roadmap and stuff. I'm excited.
So this is great. Definitely going to email this out to all of our members next week. If you want to make a learn for it, for sure, we'll deploy that. Okay. And always great catching up with you. And let's do this more often.
100%. Like, I'm just like one DM away, bro. Awesome.
Oh, let's go. I love it. Amazing. That's rare. Rare.
So it's only 3 people, right?
Me, you,
and George.
George and Nam. 4.
Oh, Nam too. Okay.
Nam has 1.
Let's go. Okay, thank you so much, Matt. I don't want to keep you still more of your time. Thank you so much. And everyone, buy a Vanta, stake a Vanta, send it to the Burn wallet, because that's the only place they should be. Anyway, get your coins. And thank you so much, Matt. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Talk soon.
Take care. Bye.
Bye, everyone.